starts now.
Seattle police want a tech tool to access suspects' phones. Tonight, the ACLU wants the city to put on the brakes.
This is something that raises deep concerns in communities, particularly vulnerable communities.
KIRO 7 goes in depth on how Gray Key works and the concerns over personal privacy. Tomorrow, Seattle City Council members will be reviewing that technology, which costs $15,000 a year.
Seattle police say they would use it for cases involving internet crimes against children, but the ACLU is concerned it could be used for other purposes as well. KIRO 7's Lindsay Sheldon found out tonight the organization is worried the city is moving too quickly and at the possible risk of your privacy. Lindsay?
Steve and Monique, even though the ACLU had already reached out to the city about this technology and is mentioned in the council memo, their technology director told me he was not notified about the meeting tomorrow. He found out about it when we contacted him today, leaving him and community groups, he said, scrambling to make time to testify.
We don't even know what we don't know about what data this collects. Where it's supposed to go, under what circumstances would they even get a warrant to unlock a phone.
Shankar Narayan says he first contacted the city months ago over his concerns about this. It's called Gray Key, and law enforcement says it can help solve local crimes by unlocking suspects' Apple products like iPhones when a judge grants a warrant. But Narayan says it falls under the City of Seattle's 2017 Surveillance Technology Ordinance.
Surveillance technology is defined as something that's primarily designed for the purpose of observing or analyzing the movements and behavior of people or groups. What is more personal than all of the data that's stored on a cell phone?
KIRO 7's Amy Clancy first told you about the technology last month and SPD's interest. She found out the King County Sheriff's Office has been using the tool for nearly a year.
Is this surveillance?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
This tool itself, you actually have to have the physical phone. You have to hook the physical phone into the device. And the phone, again, the only time we're going to use this is with a search warrant that's signed by a judge. It doesn't do any surveillance of any type.
We uncovered this memo to council members today, which shows a Seattle IT staff review felt that way too, with a determination that Gray Key does not meet the definition of a surveillance technology. But Narayan says there are big gaps in the city's initial assessment.
Justification blank, skipped,
which we could not find posted on the committee's website. Narayan shared his copy.
If really they have nothing to hide and they're going to use this technology in ways that they feel are justified, they should come and make that case before the public.
You see, if a technology is deemed to be surveillance, it requires something called a surveillance impact report. That includes a description of the technology and its capabilities, the type of data it would access, and reasonably foreseeable surveillance capabilities outside the proposed use. The report would also lay out how data would be stored, retained, deleted, accessed, and potentially shared. And Narayan says it would include community engagement.
It may very well be that the public on this particular technology would say, yeah, sure, crimes against children, and they're only going to use it with a warrant. Maybe that sounds reasonable, but we don't really know enough about the technology and how they're going to use it right now.
We wanted to talk to SPD about how the technology would be used for its current cases, but we were referred today to the city's IT department, who then sent us to the mayor's office, who did not give us somebody to interview. As for the technology, Apple's latest iOS has reportedly worked out a way to block Gray Key. Meanwhile, Apple says by the end of this year, it will have its own program to handle requests from law enforcement for data. Steve?
All right, Lindsay, thanks.